Hey, how you doing? I've been trying to work on this video forever, but sun's glaring everywhere. I'm no professional video editor or producer, so basically here's my story. Where do I even begin? Um, for my birthday a couple of months ago, it's around June. We're in October now as of this recording. Around June 20th or so, it's my birthday. I started feeling the worst abdominal pain. I have no idea what it was coming from. And mind you, prior to this abdominal pain, I've been feeling short of breath. I was regurgitating food after I eaten it. Like, something was up. This was a stressful year for all of us. 2020, COVID 19. Some of us have lost loved ones. I've lost somebody. He wasn't really too close, but it's very unfortunate when these sort of things happen. It upset the family dynamic, and it's very stressful on me. Because I was sick all year long, from March till now. I felt bad. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Something was wrong. I'm used to going to the gym. I'm used to late night gaming. I'm just used to being active and all over the place. So for suddenly to just get shut down physically, it was abnormal. I don't even go to the doctors till now. Anyways, I call up my doctor, and the first thing she wants to do is take a few tests. There's an H.pylori breath test and an IBD. I think it's an irritable bowel disease differential panel. Series of blood tests. Very expensive if you don't have insurance. I did it all. And of course, what comes back positive amongst all the tests is H. pylori. I've never even heard of H. pylori. How do you even get this? It turns out that it's very common in third world countries when unsanitized place, food is dirty, like feces is in the food, people aren't washing their hands, and it can be also transmitted by saliva. Most likely you got it as a kid. I probably got it as a kid. Children tend to put things in their mouths. That's what happened. So this is a new saga that we're dealing with now is H. pylori. You want to stay ahead of this bacteria because it does link to really complicated forms of chronic gastritis. It links to peptic ulcers, duodenal ulcers, and also, unfortunately, cancer. I know somebody who's died from cancer, gastric cancer. It's a terrible death. You just don't want this. Obviously, you don't want any cancer. It's scary because a minute ago I was just working, playing late night PS4, just having fun, and now suddenly I'm just sick, and it sucks. But there's hope. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and you just gotta stay ahead of this thing. So there's some things I want to say is the most common treatment for the H. pylori bacteria infection is something called a triple therapy. It's like 2 antibiotics and acid reducers, a PPI, proton pump inhibitor. It helps reduce acid in your stomach. And to be honest, this is the best course. You're not going to want to tackle this naturally or whatever somebody tells you. Please just go to your doctor and get prescribed the antibiotics right away. And that's what I did. Late June to July 12th, I did 2 weeks of the triple therapy, and it was one of the most miserable experiences I've ever had. I was nauseous. It was hard to go to the restroom. I was constipated, and you felt like you were going to die. So some people take this treatment and they're okay. However, other people are very symptomatic. I was very symptomatic. It's heavy medication. Like, what do you expect? Your gut is completely destroyed. But I thought it'd be the end of it. I thought, okay, good. We take the triple therapy and we're done. However, that's not the end of the story. You're not that fortunate because it turns out H. pylori is a chronic infection. If you're lucky enough to get rid of it in the first place, first treatment, sometimes it fails at 80% success rate. However, the chances that it doesn't go away, and you have to go for a second treatment, which is miserable. It's a quad therapy. I'm guessing they prescribe different antibiotics you haven't tried before, and they add bismuth to it, which is, I guess, Pepto-Bismol. So you have to take the medication, then wait 2 weeks. You wait 4 weeks after after you take the antibiotics to get retested. You got to see if this bad boy's gone. And I did that. I took a stool test and endoscopy, and it was clear. It was negative as of now. I'm pretty thrilled about that. However, going back to H. pylori being a chronic infection, it's there a long time. It just didn't happen overnight. I didn't get sick in May and was miserable throughout June and got rid of it now. I probably had this for years. So only now it's symptomatic. And because I had it for years, it's done some damage to my stomach. And unfortunately for some, it could lead to a bunch of ulcers and even cancer. I was fortunate that after the endoscopy was done, they took a look and I was diagnosed with mild gastritis and mild esophagitis, which I'm guessing the esophagus was inflamed. That's what they found, and it explained why I was regurgitating food and I guess my unhealthy life habits. I was drinking a lot of diet sodas, a lot of alcohol, a lot of gym supplements. Must have messed up my esophagus, and I'm sure the H. pylori didn't help. And they found mild gastritis, and that's what we're dealing with now. It's been about 4 months since I've gotten rid of H. pylori, but it's been 3 months of dealing with chronic gastritis. And I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure I'm recovering, but it's just that there's always a nagging pain in my stomach. There's always some sort of reminder that you're just not out of the woods yet. There's always some sensation like tightening of the throat, heartburn, headache. There's always something. It's just like your stomach is rebuilding. Your microbiome is trying to rebuild. The PPIs you take, those proton pump inhibitors, which reduce the acid, part of the treatment for both H. pylori and gastritis, reduces stomach acid. It leads to being malnourished because your body's not able to break down food properly. It's a whole mess. So this is beyond a bellyache. This is it wears off on your mental, psyche. You're gonna want support. You're gonna want to have friends around you. You need to, stay in touch with the doctor. And let everybody know what's going on, because not only does it affect your physical health, but it does affect your mental health a lot. Because guess what? You're no longer gonna be able to go back to eating and drinking the things you were when you were sick. Your stomach is so sensitive. Everything bothers you. I miss sodas. I miss potato chips. I miss just hanging out. Now I'm eating steamed chicken and drinking ginger root tea because it's all I can tolerate. It fucking sucks. But what I want to do is I want to document my progress and recovery. I want to leave a bunch of links in the description, and I want to be able to help anybody who is going through this too, because we all do this. We all Google our symptoms, which is, I don't recommend it because it'll scare the shit out of you. It scared the shit out of me. I was pretty sure I had gastric cancer way before I ever got the endoscopy, because based off of what I read, H. pylori leads to cancer. That's it. GG is over. Well played. But that wasn't the case. It's so complex. It's not so cut and dry. So don't worry about that for now. What you gotta worry about is avoiding the false information, sticking to medical professionals, and getting the treatment right away. Recognizing symptoms right away, because all those bad things you're gonna read about as a result of H. pylori are actually complications from untreated gastritis and H. pylori. If you're treating it, you're on the right path. If you go years abusing painkillers, avoiding this, going to see a doctor, you're gonna get done in. It's not fun at all. So this is my mission. This is what I wanted to focus for now. I wanted this YouTube channel to be strictly gaming because I've loved gaming as a kid, but something more important is helping people learn more about gastritis, sharing links, discussions, being part of a Discord that discusses primarily gastritis, finding the right support system, because you're gonna get through this. And I know some of you on YouTube probably googling gastritis, H. pylori, and all you see are the following old videos from several years ago. A lot of East Asia professors discussing these on forums, and it's very technical, it's very medical, it's not very friendly to people who don't know much about medicines. And there's very few blogs, very few people out there, vlogs, very few of them discuss their recovery. It's very rare. And when they do, it's kind of acute gastritis, it's not that serious. So I'm hoping you're going to find this information very useful. This is just part one. And I'm going to be updating frequently. And if you have any questions, just please leave it in the comment. I'm obsessed with my phone. I'm going to reply right away. Anyways, guys, this ain't no fun. H.pylori is no fun indeed. It sucks, but I'm here for you. And if you got any advice for me, please leave it in the comments below. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.